Published 7:28 Eastern Standard Time, the 30th of January 2018. Updated 10:26 Eastern Standard Time, the 30th of January 2018. He wheels away with his arms outstretched, a toothy grin as wide as the Mersey before coming to an abrupt stop, and out they come. The sight that every Liverpool fan wanted to see, Daniel Sturridge dancing with his wriggly arms after finding the back of the net once again. An iconic image in the club's recent past is one they have seen too few and far between for a footballer blessed with such natural talent. Daniel Sturridge poses with a West Brom shirt after sealing his loan move on Monday night. The England striker celebrates scoring his final Liverpool goal against Maribor in November. A spate of injury problems robbed Sturridge of the chance to extend his peak years at the club, with the striker's loan move to West Brom confirmed on Monday night. He has surely played his final game for the Reds. After 63 goals in 133 games, Liverpool have seen more than a fair return for the £12 million they parted with in January 2013, but despite the joy and sheer weight of goals he brought to Anfield, there will always be that nagging sense of what might have been. A second-place league finish in 2014 and a Europa League runners-up medal in 2016 are the standout moments from an era at the club that has brought near misses aplenty. Sturridge is the most emblematic of this period, for he is one of the biggest enigmas in English football. Sturridge scores on his Liverpool debut, an FA Cup third-round win away at Mansfield. Sturridge made an instant impact under Brendan Rodgers and scored in his first 3 games. The Liverpool man brings out his trademark celebration in the 6-0 win over Newcastle. In 2013, Sturridge formed a lethal partnership with Luis Suarez during the 2013-14 season. Suarez and Sturridge embrace after combining during the 6-3 win at Cardiff in March 2014. Sturridge's Liverpool record compared Liverpool Premier League all-time forwards. Goals. Game Mohamed Salah 23-18 0.78, Torres, Fernando 102-65 0.64, Luis Suarez 110-69 0.63, Owen Michael 216,118 0.55, Sturridge, Daniel Chapter 98-48 0.49, Fowler, Robbie 266,128 0.48, Collymore, Stan 61-26 0.43, Roberto Firmino 89 31 0.35, Rush, Ian 130 45 0.35, Benteke, Christian 29 9 0.31. If he could be fit and firing week in, week out, he would not be moving to a club in the relegation zone in the prime of his career. Sturridge has suffered 14 separate injury layoffs since joining from Chelsea, missing 91 games in the process, and all follow a similar theme. Hip, hamstring, calf, thigh and groin problems have severely diminished far more than Sturridge's availability. Their toll on his physical ability has been ever more stark over recent seasons. Gone is the multifaceted forward, who could run in behind a hold-up play to suit his team. The Sturridge of 2018 remains a deadly finisher with a surest touch and positional intelligence, even though he no longer sprints. Sturridge high-fives captain Steven Gerrard after scoring in the Merseyside derby. He scored 24 goals in 33 appearances that season, by far the most of his career. An injury picked up on international duty in September 2014 sidelined him for 5 months, but too often he resembles a functional forward with limited impact outside the opposition box because of constraints placed on him by his own body. 5 years on Merseyside should have yielded more than 133 appearances, but Liverpool fans will look back and smile on the 5 years that Sturridge was their striker. He scored all manner of goals, made the devilishly difficult look downright straightforward. His stupendous Europa League final goal against Sevilla still boggles the mind. He was the only player on the pitch that night capable of doing what he did, poking the ball with the outside of his left boot to curl inside the post. And that was the unique gift Sturridge brought every time he stepped on a pitch in a red shirt: possibility. The very real feeling that anything was possible when he had the ball. It could just as easily bounce off his shins as it would stick to his boot like Velcro. Sturridge struggled to rekindle his consistent best as injury struck more and more regularly. He celebrates after scoring a spectacular brace in a 3-2 win over Aston Villa in 2015. Sturridge suffered 14 separate injury layoffs during 5 years at Liverpool. In an individual sense, he is a fine player to watch, but he would also raise the game of others. The instant chord he struck with Philippe Coutinho helped transform Brendan Rodgers' side into title challengers. The partnership he then formed with Luis Suarez in 2013-14 is among the most thrilling in Premier League history. That season will go down as his best in football by a fair distance, with 24 goals in 33 games, punctuated by spells of brilliance at the start and in the middle. Had he been fit to start against Chelsea in the title run-in, things may have turned out differently. As it was, injury struck again early the next season. A thigh strain suffered on international duty sidelined him for nearly 5 months, and he has never reached that consistent brilliance since. His later Liverpool career will be remembered for sporadic brilliance. A sublime finish at West Ham last season, which helped secure Champions League qualification, offered a glimpse of something that was becoming all too rare. He often found himself on the periphery of Jurgen Klopp's first-team plans at Liverpool. Sturridge celebrates after opening the scoring for Liverpool in the Europa League final in 2016. While he was utterly central to Rodgers' side, he became all too peripheral under Jurgen Klopp. Sturridge's unreliability undoubtedly accelerated the decline under Rodgers and his eventual dismissal. Klopp's greatest achievement at the club was fashioning a side that did not need the England striker, and that, ultimately, has hastened his departure. Aside from his footballing ability, which puts him on a par with the very best Liverpool players of the last 25 years, his human decency has always shone through. He often gave away free match tickets to local charities with little fanfare, and developed his own foundation to help underprivileged children in England and Jamaica. His best work off the pitch may have gone unheralded, but nothing he did on it went unnoticed. Liverpool may be waiting a long time to find a striker who fills a highlights package quite like Daniel Sturridge. Sturridge bids a temporary farewell to Anfield after 63 goals in 133 appearances for the club.